Hello there.
What's happening?
Not much. We got some big news today.
Yeah, so we have teamed up with the guys at Brian Tilley Racing, Paul and Brian and everyone up there. And if you've been keeping up with Chris's car, the blue car, the shop car, whatever, we had a high compression, all out 6-liter, LS3 heads on it, and we went 1020s. Which I think is the NA record for LS3 architecture right now. Everything else is a little bigger with LS7 heads and top end and stuff. We had nitrous on the car that we were starting to dial in on the dyno some, and then Chris is like, we wanted to switch gears. So we never sprayed it on the track with the new combo, I don't think.
I went 8th mile a couple times, but not really. So it was just some test hits. I mean, it ran all right. I think it went 640s or 650s in the 8.
Yeah.
But
we want to switch gears a little bit. So the nitrous stuff is for sale. Really nice setup. Check it out.
yep, I think I just got it sold, but I'm not sure.
Maybe.
Yeah,
Money's not in hand.
Yeah.
But,
It's still for sale as of right now.
So we're switching gears a little bit, and we're going to do a big cubic inch build with LS7 style top end. And the guys at BTR want us to do some testing with them, so they sent us, and this is the unboxing video.
Yeah.
First time we've had it open.
First, we're going to use just an off-the-shelf cam. And we haven't decided on heads yet. We're working on that.
We got a pretty good idea of who we're going to go with for the heads. It's something people will be familiar with once we figure that out, but you'll probably be familiar with who it is. But we're going to do an LS7 stock LS7 intake with kind of a shelf cam first.
Yep.
And then we're going to do
Just the intake
just
first.
the intake to see what that is, and then we're going to do a cam from BTR.
Yeah, custom cam that they help us design.
So that'll be a cool test.
Probably shooting for what? About 13-to-1 compression?
Yeah, it'll be 13-to-1 or so, which is about where the 6-liter was. It'll be a little easier to get there with this motor because we got some cubic inches to work with. So.
And we want to shift it below
8.
Yeah.
We don't really want to turn it super, super hard. It'll be pretty good sized pistons. It'll be 4 185 pistons in this thing. So.
And we're gonna have to do something as you.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah. So let's check it out. Also, the fuel rails. These come complete, man. These are awesome. I don't know if I can get this thing out of here.
You got it.
So
Nice.
we wanted to go with the powder coated black intake.
Let's see how it looks. Ta-da!
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Nice. Love the made in the USA in there. That's rare and important.
We actually haven't used one of these on an LS7. Is this the same one we had in the Corvette? The LS3 style?
Yes.
Okay, so this is actually the first LS7 one we've had.
Yeah.
And this is the Trinity.
This is the Trinity, and it has, if everybody's familiar with the old style, or the original plenums they had a 45-degree downward angle like the super high rims. And they would contact the radiator area. You couldn't put any kind of really intake tube on them without a bunch of different elbows. So they resolved that. These are straight out. It should, and it clears most every cowl and hood, which is kind of nice. Most. And it's got these big old LS7 ports in there.
And these use the same rubber O-ring type gaskets as factory.
Yeah.
They're pretty simple to install. Well, the Corvette.
It'll come with a separate O-ring style. It's not the factory one.
Gotcha. The one that you had on the Corvette, you pretty much had to take that one back off as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, so he didn't tighten, or they weren't, whatever the deal was. These bolts weren't tight. You couldn't get to the bottom one. So.
Yep, off it came.
Map sensor location on the bottom.
So that's different than factory.
Yep. In the similar area, right? Like it's closed. You don't have to
Yeah.
extend wires all the way to the back unless that's where you want to put it, which you can.
And then, do you know the opening for the throttle body size on this? I don't know what throttle body we're going to use either.
Should probably study up on
Yeah, we'll figure that out too. We're going to go through some different things with regarding.
It's a 102 gasket.
So, now we'll probably be able to stay with the Veraram, which we're swapping intakes for the nitrous.
VCM.
VCM, yes. But now we're going to stay with the VCM. and probably have a direct shoot. We could even really try speed density, but I'm not sure how much it's worth. I know Charles has tried some, but this thing would look good with just a big old throttle body sticking off the end.
No doubt. I think we'll probably do that for sure.
Okay.
It's your money. I just get to spend it.
And so, no, it looks really good. I'm happy with that, and I'm glad we were able to get one. We don't have a real time frame is because we still have to take our motor apart, get it in the schedule, as we luckily have a full schedule, and then
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
yeah,
We're almost done with the building the other engine,
yeah,
so that'll be nice. But we're almost done building that. We just got to get time to get it in, get it swapped, get the parts. It's kind of a lot of swapping back and forth, but data's good, and we want data. The guys at BTR are always, they're data driven. They're on top of everything. They want to know what works, what doesn't, so that they can improve, and they continuously improve.
I'm interested to see what kind of cam specs they pick, or we end up with on this, because of the heads that we end up with, they're also going to want to be very high RPM. Ooh, nice.
Yeah, these are sweet too. Really nice fuel rails. Feel it. Comes with the ORB style.
So you're going to adapt from the factory fuel cutoff and just run one of those adapters to adapt it to that. With the fuel demand, I mean,
I think we'll be okay right now with the 450 in tank.
yeah, it
See
should
what
be.
it makes. I mean, I don't know. You know, we'll see. What are we expecting out of this thing?
That's what I was guessing. Ugh.
End up over 6.
650 would be a good solid number.
Nice. We made really good power with the 6.0. We ended up around 550-ish.
Yeah, right around 550.
So, you know, with the cubic inches, cam, better heads, different architecture, and this intake setup, you know, if it picked up 100, that'd be sweet. So.
Yeah, this looks good on the inside too. Runners protrude just slightly. So yeah, if we can make 650, shift it before 8,000.
Yeah.
Right now it dies so quick.
It does. It's out of air. I mean, you know, the 6.0's screaming.
So
we tried some different combos on that. We did some fast intake stuff with the different length runners.
lost it.
We tried that. I mean, it just kind of moved the power around. It never really. My theory is that the heads we had just were kind of out of air. So
Probably
we're
the
gonna do the
case.
big motor, the big top end stuff. Kind of see where that leads us. Hopefully, you know, if we can pick up 100 from the 6.0, it'll be a pretty rowdy setup too. E85. You know, you can run it, you can flex it, but it's not. It doesn't like. You know,
Yeah, I don't want to try to run 93 unless we have to. And we have a lot of converter in the car already. The 4DP flash is huge. We might have to go back to a 345 gear because with the other setup, I wasn't turning it 7. If we add 7800 shift point, that's going to be, the factory computer stops reading at 8191. So we got to stay below that. But I know you'd feel safer a little below that too, spinning it.
And it depends on, you know, I'm thinking we have link bar lifters in it. So we'll see. Like I said, I don't want to go solid roller right now. So we've got hydraulic lifters in it, link bar hydraulics. So I think the cam from BTR, at least initially, we're going to do hydraulic roller and kind of see where that gets. So I think we can turn it with the right springs and stuff, 78, shift 78 or so.
Yeah, and then see what happens. All right, well, I guess that's a good enough information for now. This intake looks great. I'm glad they're working with us. And then after we do that, we talked about, you know, once we get that dialed in, we're going to actually have them spec a cam for the exact combo and see how much we left on the table.
Yeah.
So
this will be good data, and you know, we're excited to work with BTR on their stuff. They're always, if you've kept up with their page at all, check them out. But they're all the time putting stuff on the Spintron, putting stuff on the dyno. You know, and this isn't going to just be dyno stuff. We're going to racetrack with it too.
yeah, I need to go back to the racetrack with it. It's been a while since we've had her out. Yeah, they're always improving. This is like their V2 series of all these cams and things. They're continuously trying to improve.
Awesome, yeah.
So
Anyway, thanks to everybody at BTR, and you guys stay tuned. We'll hopefully have some details on the engine. We'll get some, as we're finishing that build, we'll get some video of that and going together and try to get it swapped out and make some big power and good improvements hopefully. So
yep, no problem.
stay tuned.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it, BTR. Thanks.